this is Flora. She was Sierra's baby nurse.
Oh, when I hear you are in Montega, I have to come bring you news of our Sierra.
Oh. This is Sierra's husband. This is Mr. Montgomery. This is Flora.
I'm happy to meet you, senor. Sierra speak of you all the time with such love.
You're the one who took care of Bryant, who hid him from the...
No. It is my cousin Consuela. Too old. I cannot work anymore. But I always spend a lot of time with Brian when I visit Consuela. He's a lovely boy.
Yes. Get a chair. Okay. Come, sit. This is Linda Cortez.
Gracias.
It's so good to see you. All right, you comfortable?
Yes.
Please.
Yes,
Please tell us everything you know about Sierra.
Where to start? When the second uprising began, I come here to Cartagena and to Sierra. She left the boy at the plantation with Consuela, where she know he will be safe. Soon after, I heard the news that Sierra has been captured. So I went to visit her at the prison to tell her that Consuela and I will protect the little boy no matter what happens.
So you spoke to Sierra when she was in the prison?
No, senora. When I arrived to the prison, the guard told me that they have already taken her away.
Oh, to the island? Tonio Reyes told us.
No, senora. I'm sorry. They take her to the public square to be shot. The guard told me that she was executed only minutes before I arrived. I am so sad. The tears, they flowed down my cheek. The guard, he take pity of me and give me the ring he take from Sierra when they led her away. Her wedding ring.
Tonio Reyes?
Hi, it's Julie Wendell. Listen, I gotta get the proofs back as soon as possible. Andy needs them for his class this morning. Please tell me that you brought them to the office with you today.
Well, as a matter of fact, when you didn't show up this morning before I left, that's exactly what I did.
Oh, great. Listen, can I come over and pick those up right now?
Sure. Any time would be fine. By the time you get here, I may have spoken with Dean Evian. He's the fashion photographer I told you about. Listen, if he's available to do your portfolio session tonight, would that be all right?
Tonight? No, I can't do it tonight. Andy's taking me to the Halloween dance at Oakdale U.
Ah, I see. Well, we'll have to do it some other time. I don't want to interfere with your social schedule.
All right, I'll see you later.
Barbara, come in, please.
Hal told me that he called you last night and asked you to bring Adam down to Kentucky.
Yes, Tom and I talked about it this morning, and we decided that I should go.
Just like that, without considering how I feel.
Well, this is very important to Hal. His father's dying and wants to see his grandson, and it's a reasonable request. And since you've already refused to take Adam there yourself...
I am so sick of your holier-than-thou attitude, Margot.
Oh, Barbara, you should try to understand.
Shut up, John. Stay out of this. You've done it again, haven't you? Once again, I'm going to come out looking like the villain in this. First, you had me lie to Hal about Adam, and then you go behind my back and tell him the truth before I have a chance to, and I have to keep on lying
Wait a minute,
for
Barbara.
months.
Wait a minute. You don't have to keep on doing anything. You see, you've had months to set things straight with Hal. But you have been lying by choice, and I refuse to be blamed for it anymore.
You are so smug, Margot. Smug and selfish to
I think
the
you're
core.
the one that's being selfish here. You're not even considering Hal's feelings.
Come on, ladies, time out. Blaming each other is not going to solve this.
You're right, Tom. The damage has already been done. The way I see it, Margot, you owe me a favor. And I'm calling it in. I want you to get Hal on the phone and tell him that you're not bringing Adam to Kentucky.
This portion brought to you today by Advil, in tablets or caplets. Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
Senora, the guard who gave you the ring, did he actually witness the execution?
I don't know, senor. I didn't ask. I was so
you
upset.
can't say for certain.
Darling.
You know that's...
Craig, please. Just let it go.
I'm doing this because of you, Lucinda. You've been hanging on to rumor for months now. Are you going to be able to accept this?
Yes. Yes, I can accept it. I accept it. I accept it because Flora said it. And if Flora said it, then I know it's true.
Senora, do you recognize this?
See, it is Sierra's ring that the guard gave to me. I prayed every night it would reach you.
What do you mean it would reach me?
I sent it to you. After the guard gave it to me, I wear in a chain around my neck together with my cross for 2 or 3 weeks. Then, through a friend, I met a man who works for the underground. He gets people out of the country to safety. So I begged him, please, can he get the ring to the estate to Sierra's family? I know it would mean a lot for you and La Senora. He said yes. So I give him the ring.
How long ago was this?
Well, over a year ago.
Tonio lied.
You for everything. I thank you for raising my daughter for me, and she was a good girl. And I thank you for years of devotion. And I want to give you something, and money if you want, or you want to come to the States.
Gracias, Senora. But God has already granted peace to my country. This is all I ever wanted and ever will want. What time I have left.
Senora, will you take me to the site? I want to see her grave.
See, I prayed there for Sierras and all the other martyrs many times on the cover of night. So now together we will pray in the light of day.
You need some time alone. We will wait outside.
Oh, oh, darling, oh, darling, 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 no.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
What are you doing here, bro?
Taking some pictures of the hyperbaric chamber for an article we're working up for the school newspaper.
Oh, nice. Well, so I guess Leah and I are going to see you and Julie at the Halloween dance tonight?
Yes, she will. I stopped by the Mona Lisa and I squared everything away with Lisa to get Julie the night off. I wish I could find those proofs, though.
Proofs?
Yeah, the contact sheets I took of Julie. I need them for class this morning. I mean, Lisa and I checked the cellar and the restaurant, but there's no sign of them anywhere.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Dr. Bob.
Excuse me, ladies. May I borrow my favorite nurse for a minute?
Well,
Okay.
Thanks. Did you talk to Margot last night?
no, what?
Barbara was at our house. Hal called from Kentucky to say that his father is worse.
Oh.
He wants his father to see his grandson at least once before he dies, and he wants Barbara to fly down there with Adam.
What?
If it's okay with Tom and Margot. Of course, Barbara refused, but there is a possibility that she'll change her mind.
The way she feels about Adam, I really doubt it. But even if she did change her mind, I can't imagine Margot and Tom going along with it.
Excuse me. I'm gonna get him a bottle.
Why don't we talk about what's really going on here, all right, Barbara? I know you bitterly resent that Hal and I have a son together. The fact is, Adam exists, whether you like it or not. And Hal loves Adam, and you love Hal, so why don't you try supporting him for once?
The way Tom is supporting you, you know, I don't care what Tom keeps saying. I know deep down he doesn't want you to make this trip.
What's really bothering you? Is it Hal's connection with Adam? Or is it that I'm going to be alone with Hal and Adam in Kentucky? Because if it's the latter, then I think you should take a serious look at why you have such a hard time trusting your own husband.
I gotta go to work.
Listen, it's none of my business. But you know, it's very damaging. Lucinda refused to accept Duke as my son. Don't make the same mistake. I hate to see you and Hal go the same way Lucinda and I did. So long, Margot.
Bye. Hello? Hal? Hi.
Listen, I really hate to pressure you guys, but my father is not doing very well at all. I'm about to leave the motel and head over to his place. I'll probably be impossible to reach for the rest of the day, so Margot, I really need to know if you guys have come to a decision yet.
Yes, we have made a decision. I'm taking the first flight to Kentucky.
Here on October 23rd, Shannon O'Hara said the magical word yes.
Is it yes, Leslie? Is it yes? Forever and for life.
Hi, Shannon.
Oh, hi, Bianca.
I was just talking to the other kids, and we want to make our party tonight a celebration for you and Senor McKechnie as well.
Oh, how sweet. Thank you.
But, do you think it might be a bad idea to have an engagement party on Halloween?
Well, probably for some ordinary folks it would be, but for Duncan and me, I'll bet it's probably going to be good luck.
Okay, good, good. Also, if it's all right with you, I want to give a recipe to Lota for some cookies that my mother used to make on Halloween.
Sure.
Yes, they're shaped like little skeletons and very spooky looking.
Great. That would be great.
Yeah, my brother Pedro and I, we used to help my mother make them. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I get so upset when I think about all the people that I've lost.
Well, if Tonio's information is correct, then your brother Pedro could still be alive, right?
I hope so. I pray every day that that's true.
Yeah, we all do.
Aha, here you are. Hello.
Oh,
hi.
Hello, Senor McKechnie. I wanted to congratulate you. I know that you'll be very happy together.
Thank you, Bianca.
Okay, I'll go talk to Lota.
Take care.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Well, I'm glad to see you're in a good mood. I thought when I was talking to Mark earlier on the phone, the Mona Lisa, when you ran out, that you might be a little upset.
No. I just had to get back to the warehouse and call Beatrice and Brian before it was too late in Edinburgh. At any rate, everything's all set, so pack your bags tonight. We'll be leaving in the morning.
Tomorrow morning?
You said I could make all the wedding plans.
Well, yes, I did say that, but I don't even have my wedding dress yet.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. I had Lisa give Beatrice all your measurements, and that's taken care of.
Duncan, you are unbelievable. And you're quite adorable, too. Well, if I can't plan my own wedding, I can at least plan tonight's party, can't I?
Oh, my...
Come on. Let's go downstairs and see how the kids are doing.
No wish is my command.
All right.
I wonder what they will be setting up to. Bobby Bloody Burns.
Brock Lombard called. Did he leave a number? Okay, great. No, I got it. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Hey.
Caleb.
So,
Well, not much. What are you doing in town?
well, I had to do some banking for Cal. I thought I'd come by and see how my sister was. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah?
I'm fine. Why?
I don't know. You were acting a little strange when you got home from Chicago last night. You left for work this morning when I was still out in the barn. I thought maybe, you know, you had something that was bothering you. You'd want to confide in me voluntarily so I wouldn't have to drag it out of you.
Caleb, it may have something to do with the fact that Craig's in Montega. I'm worried about him.
Call Brock? What's
Oh,
this?
Caleb.
I just told you last night, Ellie, stay away from the guy, okay?
He probably called me to thank me. I delivered some papers for him to Tonio last night.
Oh, what, now you're a messenger for him? And to make matters worse, a messenger to Tonio in the middle of the night? Ellie, you know how Tonio is around women. You go over to his apartment in the middle of the night, he's gonna think that you're fair game.
Yeah, well, I know it all too well, okay? All right, so just forget I mentioned that.
Ellie, did Tonio do something to you? Ellie? You answer me.
It was no big deal, and I handled it. Just do me a favor and do not mention it to Craig, or he'll kill him.
If I don't get to him first. Because Tonio Reyes is not gonna touch one of my sisters again.
Caleb! Hi.
Oh, hi. Sit down.
I heard you had dinner at Kim's last night.
Yeah, I did. Well, she invited me over, and it was an opportunity to spend some time with Andrew. I hope you don't think I've been avoiding you lately. It's just I'm very, very concerned about Lucinda, and I'm kind of confused about a lot of things right now.
Look, really, you don't have to explain. It's okay. I know how worried you are about Lucinda. Have you called Tonio? He might know something.
Hi there.
How you doing, Cal? What's new?
Not too much. Did you see Andy? He's here to take some pictures of the hyperbaric room for his school newspaper. He just went to make a phone call. I guess he's going to call Julie. Apparently, she lost some proofs he needs for class this morning.
Yeah, well, figures. Maybe I'd take your advice and give Tonio a call. Would you have lunch with me later?
Yeah, sure thing.
Good. How about joining us?
Oh, sure. I'd like that.
Good. See you all.
You know, I think he looks really worried about Lucinda. Don't you? Sorry.
What are you sorry about? It's okay. It's natural for him to be worried about Lucinda.
Oh, hi. Have either of you seen John?
Actually, he just went that way, and I'll go catch him.
Oh, thanks, Duke. Hi.
You know, ever since you called, I've been thinking, do you really think it's a good idea to bring Adam all the way to Kentucky?
Mama, it's just for the day. We're coming back tonight. Look, it's very, very important to Hal. And Tom understands. It's not easy for him, but he does understand.
When Margot brings Adam down to Kentucky, while they're there, I mean, Hal's going to be taking my place as Adam's father. I'm finding it difficult to accept, even though I know she's doing the right thing in going down there.
Are you sure that's the only thing you're really worried about?
She's not at the Mona Lisa or fashions, and now she's not at home. Julie, where are you?
Man, I thought your penthouse was great, but this is outrageous. Look at this. You've even got a fireplace.
Here you are, Julie. Your proofs?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Reyes. I mean, Tonio. You're a real lifesaver.
I didn't have a chance to speak with Dean yet, but I'll let you know as soon as he's contacted me. Look, I have to ask you this, Julie. Is this going to be a problem for Andy?
What?
Well, suppose we have to do your portfolio session in the evening. He may not like that. He also may feel criticized by the fact that we're using a different photographer.
No, he'll understand. I mean, he may get his feelings hurt a little bit at first, but...
I tell you what, let's not tell him about it until the session's done. That way he won't have time to brood about it. All right, think that over.
Maybe you're right. Speaking of Andy, I've got to get these proofs to him before he freaks out.
Stay for a little bit. I want to show you some of the ads we did for Veronica Leathers so you can see the sort of work you might be doing.
Yes, Mr. Reyes.
Cynthia, I'd like you to get us some espresso and some pastries, please.
Of course.
Thank you. In this ad, we actually used 3 models.
Something wrong, Julie?
No, no. I guess I can stay for a couple minutes.
Good. Here, let me take your jacket. It gets pretty warm in here by the fire. There we go. Let's see. Oh, this model is one that I helped start her career. She made $2,000 for this session alone.
No way.
Yes.
Wow, at that rate, I could pay off Dr. Dixon in one day.
Well, it might take a little while to get your daily rate that high, but you could get there.
Look, there's no one out at the front desk, so...
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now, part 2 of As the World Turns.
Ellie.
Craig.
Sierra's dead. It was in the records that the hunter had no witnesses, there's no doubt.
I'm sorry.
I knew it was what I was going to find. I knew that she was gone. I just had to go to Montega to find the proof so I could have a life with Bryant, a life with you. Now there's nothing standing in our way. Would you do the honor of being my wife?
Yes.
He may put a ring on your finger. He might even marry you. But he hasn't forgotten my daughter, and he never will, because she was the one great true love in his life. Ah! You'll always be second best, Ellie. Second best, always.
Ellie Snyder. Oh, hey, Olivia. What was that? No. I'm fine. I'm just a little rattled, that's all.
on, it's time to...
I would like to take her home, but I can't. Too many.
Come on.
The names of all the martyrs who died here have been gathered from the Junta's files and written on the scrolls. Someday they will be permanently inscribed upon the wall.
Gracias.
Señora, señor, I wish you had found a happier end to your search. I assure you, Sierra Esteban Montgomery died as a hero. The people of Montega will never forget her.
Thank you. If there's anything that I can do.
Gracias.
Okay.
We have found Stenbeck's Island.
Ah.
And it looks as though it has been deserted for weeks. But there were indications that there were prisoners there. There were empty cells, and there was a field of unmarked graves.
I don't think I can stand this another minute. I want to go home.
Is it possible for you to arrange some kind of transport?
Sí, of course, sí, señor.
Gracias.
As you wish.
Just 1 second.
What?
Sierra Esteban Montgomery. Pedro Marquez is on the list. Bianca's brother, Tonio, was lying to her, too.
I just had to talk to someone who would understand. When I was talking to Shannon this morning about my family, I just started missing them so much.
I understand exactly what you mean. Bianca, that's one of the reasons why I wanted you to come back to the penthouse, so I could be available to you when you need to talk like this.
Soon, perhaps. Have you heard anything else about Pedro?
Only the rumors that I told you before, that he was fighting with the resistance somewhere in the hills. Juanita's cousin, Carlo, is going to go down there soon. He'll be meeting with our new president, Alberto Cordova, and he will be specifically asking him if he knows any news of Pedro.
Good. Thank you, Senor Tonio.
Oh, it's so important to have hope when you're praying for someone you love. For a long time, the only hope that Craig and Lucinda had was Sierra's ring.
Hey, you can't just go watching.
Watch me.
I'm sorry, Mr. Reyes.
I just talked to Ellie. She told me about you harassing her last night, Reyes.
I'm sorry, Caleb. I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about.
Like hell you don't. I would have thought after that beating that Josh gave you that you'd have learned your lesson. But I see you need a little refresher course, don't you?
Don't take one more step. We have witnesses that you came in here and attempted to accost me. You take another step and I have justification to pull this trigger.
My life is complete. Not only has the most beautiful woman in the world finally consented to be my wife again, but I have her back in my bed.
Well, not exactly.
Well, back in my castle.
My castle.
Our
castle.
And our love.
Oh, Duncan, I wish we could stay up here the rest of our lives, but we have to get downstairs and see what those kids are doing with the party.
Well, Lassie, you seem to forget we're locked in here. Remember? And as much as I'd love to be heroic and scale the castle walls, I'm afraid I'd probably break my neck, and then neither of us would have a very joyous wedding day. So I'm afraid you'll just have to stay here under these blankets with me until someone realizes we're missing and comes looking for us.
Well, that sounds wonderful, but I have to get out of here right now. I have to go get the door.
Well, how do you propose to do that?
With this.
You've had that all along, have you?
Well, he took advantage of the situation when we were up here before. I thought that it was my turn.
And here I'm supposed to be the one with all the secrets. Well, I see you've your share of secrets yourself.
Oh, I do not.
Well, you do too. For instance, that phone call from Mark Errington this morning. You never did tell me what that was all about.
Lila had told Mark that we were engaged, and he was calling to wish us well and say congratulations. And he also said that you were one lucky man.
Well, for once I have to agree with him. Even if he is Irish.
Oh.
So when I walk into Tonio's office, who do I find sitting there looking oh so cozy with him but little Miss Seattle? She tells me Tonio is finding her a modeling job or something like that, and then she runs out of the place looking as guilty as sin.
Well, I hope you're not going to tell Andy about that.
Of course I'm going to tell him about it the minute I see him.
No, you can't. You can't. He'll just think that you're bad-mouthing Julie, and then he'll have to defend her. Look, can we talk about this in private in your office, maybe?
Yeah, sure. Excuse me, are you free for lunch?
Yes, I am.
Great, I'll walk out with you.
Okay.
You mind? Actually, I'd like to talk to Barbara. Excuse me.
Meet me in my office.
I will. Barbara.
Tom, I don't think we have anything to say to each other.
Well, I do. I'm sorry things got out of hand at the house this morning, but I believe your request was out of line. Deep down, you know that.
Well, I think deep down that you know that my fears about Hal and Margot being alone together are very real, don't you?
Barbara, you practically pushed them together by refusing to take Adam down to Kentucky yourself.
So you agree that my fears are legitimate?
No, I don't. I happen to trust my wife. Barbara, look, if you're afraid of losing Hal, why don't you try supporting him once in a while? Imagine how he must have felt when you refused to take Adam down there. I mean, that kind of action is going to drive a wedge into your marriage a lot quicker than anything Margot and I could ever do.
I just get so frightened sometimes, you know. I just love him so much.
Then tell him. Call him on the phone and tell him that that's the reason you didn't take Adam down to Kentucky, because you're threatened and you feel frightened that you're going to lose him. While you're at it, why don't you tell him that you came by the house and tried to convince Margot not to make the trip, and that you regret that now?
Yeah, maybe you're right. I'll do that.
No time like the present.
Hal?
Oh, hi, hon. You caught me. I was just on my way out the door. I tried to eat the house earlier this morning. I guess you must have left, huh?
Yeah. Listen, I've done something very foolish, and I hope you forgive me for this, but when you told me last night that you asked Margot to bring Adam down there, I just got kind of scared, and, well, I went over to see her today, and I asked her not to make the trip. Hal, I just hope that you understand this. I was feeling so threatened.
Well, I know what you've been going through lately, and I know that you are sometimes threatened by my relationship with Adam, so please believe me when I tell you that I do understand.
I do believe you.
Only please, share with me what you're feeling from now on. It's important.
Okay.
I love you. Listen, I have to get over to Harold's. I'll call you after Margot and I bring Adam over there, and I'll let you know how it went, okay?
Okay. I love you, too. Very much. Bye-bye.
What did Hal say?
He forgave me. He understood.
Of course he did. He's in love with you. I bet you if you told him you knew about Adam before he did, he'd forgive you for that, too.
There you are.
Hi.
Hey,
Look what I found.
Oh, great. Where were they?
On the chair underneath all the clothes.
Oh, man. So anyway, where were you? I've been calling you all over the place.
I went to Tonio Reyes' office. Now, wait just a minute. I saw him at the cellar last night, and he said that maybe he had some clients who could use me as a model. And I didn't want to say anything to you because I figured, you know, maybe he was just talking. But I went over there today, and it looks like he really could help me with my modeling
Julie,
career.
what have I told you? That guy has a really lousy reputation with women.
I can take care of myself, okay? Now, we'll just take it one step at a time. I'll go on this interview that Tonio set up for me, and we'll see how it develops from there. All right?
All right, yeah. That's fine. Whatever you want to do.
Great. At this rate, I can pay back your dad in no time. Ah. I'm not just doing this for me, baby. I'm doing it for us.
Well, I guess you didn't go after Tonio because you do not have any bruises.
Well, I did go after him, but he came right back with a .38.
He had a gun? What happened?
What do you think would happen? I said a polite goodbye, and I split. Just hope he got my message to stay away from my sister. Because if he didn't, I'm going to find him when he doesn't have a gun, and he's going to be very sorry.
Caleb, don't talk like that, and I mean it. And do me a favor. Promise that you will not mention this to Craig. Honest Injun.
Okay, I promise.
Ellie Snyder. Craig? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. We found out what happened to Sierra, Ellie. She was executed right after the last uprising.
I'm sorry.
Look, I'll give you all the details when I see you. Cordova's arranged for military transport to take us back home. With any luck, I'll be back in Oakdale tonight.
Here. Thank you. There we go. Yeah. Put the stuff down here. Put the key down on the bed. Take off my coat. We're gonna wash ourselves up so that when your Uncle Hal gets back, we can go out, drive out together. Come here. Come here, you. I gotta get you all washed. That's what I gotta do. Yeah. Now, I understand that your grandfather's kind of gruff, so I want you to practice your smile. You smile. You need to practice. Those are pictures. That's your Aunt Barbara. Now, who's this? Who's that right there? Is that Mummy? Mummy and Adam.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm sorry I couldn't meet you at the airport.
That's okay. That's okay. You explained that all on your phone call, and we had a nice cab ride, didn't we? Didn't we have a good cab ride? Yes, we did. Something wrong?
Just the opposite. I can't tell you how happy I am that you're here.
Oh, by the way, I've been meaning to ask you, what's this last-minute trip that Margot is taking with Adam?
Hey. Hey there. Hey, what's going on, you guys?
I got these books handy at the library. And say, what about that lunch?
Yeah, fine, you're on. What about you, Andy? You join us for
No,
lunch?
I have one more class, but I did want to talk to you, if that's all right.
Yeah, that's fine, because I want to talk to you, too.
Remember what we talked about?
Yeah.
This will only take a minute. My editor for the paper wants to interview you about the hyperbaric chamber. Would that be okay?
Yeah, sure. Tell him I'll make an appointment with my secretary. Listen, something happened this morning that I think you should know about. I went over to Tonio's to try to get some news about Lucinda, and who do you think I found there?
Julie. So what? He's going to help her get some modeling jobs.
That's what she told you?
Yeah, that's what she told me. And that's the truth. She's trying to make some money, Dad, so she can pay off the money she owes you. So you'll stop giving her a hard time. Won't be a minute too soon, either.
I take it you didn't follow my advice. Oh, John, boy, am I glad I found you. Craig called me from Montega, and he and Lucinda are coming home tonight.
Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye. I leave you here in this God-forsaken country, this time with no hope of seeing you again. I'm happy that you came to America and that we knew each other and that we loved each other. And I was your mama and you were my child. Oh, I wish that you could see your child grow up. I do, darling. He's a wonderful boy. Well, you have to understand something. You have to understand that Craig will have to find somebody else, but you just know that I'll see to it. Bryant never forgets his mama, okay? And Craig never forgets the great love of his life. So you sleep. Sleep seguramente con los ángeles in the sky. Sleep, I love you, Nick. Oh, I gotta go. I'm sorry.
Sierra, no matter where I go, no matter what happens to me in my life, a part of me will always be here with you. Goodbye, my love.
Stay tuned for Guiding Light, next on most of these CBS stations. Fashions by Regina Porter. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.
This is CBS.